everyone. Welcome back to Showcase with Jayna Jennings. I have an awesome guest today, Andrew Salgado, so be sure to tune in after the intro.
You're deep and blue, I can't swim, but I'm trying. Your love is wide and long, I'm starting to believe I'm lost in your love. I'm caught in your wake. You are peaceful, and then a storm. You're everything I'll ever want and more. Your love is far away. You're a storm about to pour. I'm gone and your waters, you're all you do. Will I sink or will I swim? Close my eyes, lights start getting dim. Will I breathe or will I drown? Will my feet ever touch the ground? Will I sink into you or will I swim into Andrew Salgado, a country singer-songwriter and spokesman for Music Over Miles, and this is going to be a very blue episode because I played my song "The Blue" and it's coming out later this year. And
you sounded great.
Thank you. And Andrew's going to play his song called "Out of the Blue."
Right.
And I just love it. I think that's really cool. In case anybody missed the last episode with you, can you fill everybody in on Music Over Miles and what you do with them?
Yeah, it's a nonprofit that I'm a spokesman for that travels across the country educating students about the music industry and just music in general.
I love it. That's such a good outreach. I think that more people need to be involved in music because it's such a stress reliever.
I agree.
It's beautiful. Okay, so I want to know how old you were when you first decided you wanted to pursue music professionally.
I think 22. I think 22, 23, but I was playing in my dad's band when I was 13 years old, except I was just doing it for fun. I didn't think it was a career or even something I wanted to pursue. I was trying to play baseball, and I was very bad at it. So then I just went into music. I was 22, 23.
And you're a songwriter,
Mhm.
and I know that you've done some co-writes before.
Mhm.
Can you tell us about some co-writes that you've done and what the experience is like with co-writing?
Well, I get asked that question a lot, and my first record was co-written with a lot of different people, and then this last record was just solo written. And it's just as fun to co-write with someone else as it is to write on your own. And when you sit down with a stranger, sometimes you have no clue what they're going to bring to the table, and then all of a sudden you're blown away with, oh wow, I would have never thought of that. And then when you write on your own too, you really get a better chance to write exactly what your heart wants to say, because there's no one else to influence, it's just you. So they're both just as good, and I encourage every writer to do both.
It's with co-writing, you get like a whole different perspective
Yeah.
when you're writing with somebody else, and then when you're writing by yourself, you can really pull from your own personal experiences.
Exactly.
And so, do you ever find that when you're co-writing with somebody, do you find that it's harder to be more personal in some of your songs to write something
Sometimes.
from a
It's
person?
like going on a blind date.
Yeah.
It either works or it doesn't work.
Mhm.
And when it doesn't work, you don't know what to say. Just like on a blind date, you're like, well, this was great, but like before the
Thanks.
appetizer comes, I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
And I've actually never been on a blind date. I'm just guessing what happened.
You're guessing that that's what happens.
But when it works, all of a sudden you're like, well, wait, you've gone through that too, and you'll find yourself talking for an hour, 2 hours about something. You just laugh, and all of a sudden you'll pick up a guitar, or pick up a piano, whatever it is, and you'll just write. So it's, they're both really great, and you need to do both, because one writer will make you better, and then you'll write something better on your own, which leads you to the next writer, which you leave something, and it just keeps going and going.
So, what would you say is the song for you that's most personal, that came from something that was your most personal experience?
They all really are. This 86 Volume 1 was the first time I stopped thinking about what people wanted to hear and just wrote what was really going on. And I got engaged last year, and I met a fantastic woman, and I got even closer to some family members that I really wanted to get closer to, that I had been away from for so long, just distance-wise. And so I just wrote about everything. Previous years, it was like, I think this would be a good idea. I think someone would like this, and I have this story, and I have this, and so I'm probably not answering the question, but
No, that's answering the question.
Where I am now, I don't know if I can go back. I think I
Yeah.
can really only write now something that really feels good to me, and I can really relate to.
Have you ever tried writing a song around a certain theme or topic, or do you normally just, most of your songs fit into a certain theme?
For me, it's like a puzzle. Sometimes I'll have a title, like Out of the Blue, and I had that title for 13 years, saying, or 3 years, saying, I really should write something to this. I had no clue what to do, and then after something had happened in a relationship, I was in a hotel the next day, and I just went, I was like, well, that was Out of the Blue, and I was like, oh, well, maybe I should write it. And I wrote it so personally that I hid it. I didn't show anybody, and I was never going to record it. And when I signed a publishing deal, which I also did last year with Synapse, they asked me to play everything I had written. And I was like, well, this is going to take months. I'm like, I know, start playing. And so I just, I got to Out of the Blue, and they said, we're going to record them. I was like, no, it's a little too personal to record. And it was the first song that made that record, and then that's what just led 86 Volume 1 to be what it is.
I love that you said that you had the title before you had the rest of the song. I've done that too. Like I have this song that I just wrote called All the Other Roses, and the only reason why I wrote it is because I was going down the road and I had the idea for All the Other Roses, and I was like, that's a good title, and I want to put that on the back of the CD. So I wrote around that. So I love that you had the title before you had the rest of the song.
Right.
And so, and talking about personal songs and things that come from an experience, when somebody hears your songs, what is one thing that you hope they take away from?
Honesty.
Honesty?
Yeah, that's a really big thing. It was a big thing for my family. It was a big thing for my grandfather, who raised me. He drove a truck for a living and watched nothing but John Wayne. You could never get the TV on something else. I mean, I know John Wayne dies in 3 movies because we've seen them all. So for me, I hope they leave saying that was a lot of fun, and boy is he honest. That's always been the thing for me.
I love that honesty. That's really beautiful. And I think that honesty when you're playing a song for somebody, you can really tell if they're singing something that matters to them. You can tell if it's something that they felt in their heart before they even showed it to you. And I love honest songwriters. I love it when people can just put everything out for somebody, knowing that if somebody hears it, that could change their life. It just takes one person and one song. So you were recently featured on PBS, Songs at the Center.
Yeah.
And
that was
so,
fun.
yeah, I watched it online, and
Did
I
you?
love
Okay.
yes, and I love the song that you picked. So I wanted to know why you chose that song.
The song was called My Family, and it was the first song where Nashville started to pay attention to really what I was writing, and other writers wanted to write with me because it was the most honest song. I mean, we all have a family, and at the end of the day, that's always going to be the backbone. No matter what you go through, that's always going to be where you come home to. Which is, back home is probably influenced just on that too. So I hope that they liked it. They liked it and made it onto the show, which is really cool.
I want to hear Out of the Blue.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, thanks.
Like right now, in front, right there.
Right there. Here we go.
Thought we had everything figured out. There was nothing left to talk about. Thought we were alright, but then came last night. And out of the blue, you said I don't love you, and my world came down. I could hear the earth shout. What should I do since I can't be with you? My skies are gray. I'm out of the blue. Wish I could talk to you now. See if you're missing me somehow. I'd wait my whole life just for a sign. Out of the blue, you said I don't love you, and my world came down. I could hear the earth shout. What should I do since I can't be with you? My skies are gray. I'm out of the blue. And I say, oh, 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 oh. Out of the blue, you said I don't love you. My world came down. I could hear the earth shout. What should I do since I can't be with you? My skies are gray. I'm out of the blue, and I say, oh, oh, oh,
Thank you so much for coming on, and thank you all for watching Showcase. I'll see you next time. Bye!